What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso and welcome back to another video here today on the channel, continuing with the Zombies Chronicles coverage here and continuing with our little daily series that we've been doing the past couple of days here in terms of talking about each of the brand new maps that have been introduced into the spotlight with Zombies YouTubers showcasing early footage. As per the embargo, today was SHI Numa that got debuted to everybody, the remaster of SHI Numa. And firstly, it looks beautiful, but as you can tell by the video, we're going to be taking a look at 5 things that changed here within SHI Numa from World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 3. So if you guys do remember, Resurrection did include this, so it's kind of taking a look at 2 different changes, 2 different versions that we've already seen, and comparing them to where we are right now. So that said, as per this still being early access from the YouTubers, a lot of it is just relayed verbal information, and a lot of this stuff, there's no gameplay on screen like that because I did not sign NDAs for the permission to redistribute the footage, but I think there's a couple of screenshots here within this one. But regardless, once again, you get that idea and base as to why these are different than a couple of, say, Black Ops 3, 5 things that changed from the beta, the series that we did with that, the Modern Warfare changes, things along those lines with a lot more visual basis in comparisons to throw up on screen. But all that said and out of the way, let's jump into our changes here. But actually, I want to take a second and mention one thing real quickly that is still the same. The random spawns in the huts are still just as evil, and if you're unlucky like me, you'll always end up buying all the doors and then having Jug be the very last one that you get. So that is still the same thing in SHI Numa. That has not changed. Random perk spawns are still going to be here. But the first thing that we're going to talk about in terms of changes is that Quick Revive is actually in the starting room. Back in Black Ops 1, with the introduction of Mule Kick and trying to push that along and expand the playstyles of many players, Mule Kick was actually in the starting room, and then there was Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap in the huts. And then in World at War, if I'm not mistaken, all 4 of those perks, Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap, were in the huts with the exclusion of Mule Kick. So for those people that love to play solo and like to have that little safety net of going down maybe in the earlier rounds or something like that, this is definitely something that is going to be fantastic to have at your disposal once again. So that's going to be the first change here up on the list. Number 2, though, deals with the audio. We talk about audio quite a bit here in these series and these episodes simply because there's a lot that has progressed in the years to make the audio a lot better. The initial drop audio is different and has different frequencies now on power-up drops. So whereas they would all be the same thing, there's slight variations in some of them, and a lot of them you can hear differently in some aspects from, say, different rooms, or if there's a specific power-up. That was something that, watching some of the footage and being described to by a couple of YouTubers, it's something that I'm interested to see how this will change once again the meta. I've talked about the meta quite a few times in the past couple episodes, but it's interesting to see how this will change up how a lot of people play, or if it even affects how people play at all. But the changes, from what we're told, have been made to these power-up initial drop sounds, and that's something that I'm kind of interested to see just how much of an impact this has and just how drastic it is in-game, because you can hear it in some gameplay audio, but that's something that's secondhand, not that you're experiencing first and foremost in your game. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. But number 3 up on the list is actually a 2-parter. It deals with Gobblegums on SHI Numa. Obviously, as we know, Gobblegums were not in Black Ops 1's version of SHI Numa, and of course not in World at War either. So with the introduction of Gobblegum, this then brings a lot into different aspects of play. And we're going to talk about 2 things here within this number 3, branch it off into 2 categories, one being extra perks. You can actually get extra perks within SHI Numa. As we mentioned, there is Mule Kick, Juggernog, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and Quick Revive, but you can also get Deadshot, Stamina Up, and Widow's Wine, despite there not being any perk machines for those, with the use of a Perkaholic Gobblegum. Now, as where Perkaholic wouldn't be, say, the most ideal thing for Ascension because you can lose perks, SHI Numa doesn't have anything in that regard, so it is something that is a very viable option. The second part here for this Gobblegum is you can actually have Pack-a-Punched weapons within SHI Numa. As you guys know, there is no Pack-a-Punch machine on it. That was something that came later in World at War with the Reese, and then with the reintroduction of SHI Numa in Black Ops 1, they didn't change anything about that as well, and of course they didn't change it within Black Ops 3, but with the uses of either Ephemeral Enhancement, if you want to use it for 60 seconds, Wall Power, or Crate Power, you can actually get a Pack-a-Punched weapon without there being a Pack-a-Punch machine in the map. So definitely a very interesting and cool change here, I think, especially if you're going for high rounds in SHI Numa. If you guys are trying to do so, once again, make sure you pack that gobblegum in your gobblegum pack whenever going into the map, but if not, it doesn't really change anything in general. But as for the change overall, it's there, and I think that's something that I definitely want to try and use to my advantage if I can end up getting either a Perkaholic, which I still have had elude me for months on end now, and I think I might have a couple of crate and wall powers, that's it. But number 4 here up on this list is actually Dr. Monty is in this map. Quotes apparently happened. This isn't anything we saw in any of the gameplay from the YouTubers just yet, but from multiple different sources that were there, they say that they heard Monty quotes here on this map, and whether or not it's something that is round-based and timed, that's something that we don't know, but it is interesting that they're going to try and relate us all back to canon with the introduction of the storyline canon image that was dropped about a week back at this point. We did get a lot more information and see how this ties up more and more, but it'll be cool to see how they shape this entirely with the introduction of Monty and relaying it back into the whole storyline canon that Blundell has set up. Now the 5th and final change here is actually dealing with some of the imagery around the map, and one image in particular. It's a little Easter egg, nothing too major, but a little Easter egg back to the very first map of Black Ops 3 Zombies, that being Shadows of Evil. And in this image you can see on screen right now, it is a poster for the missing city with city skylines and octopus tentacles similar to that of the Margwas, and everything that we've seen like that. The Cthulhu-esque design here with this. And all throughout Call of Duty Zombies, we've seen various movie posters that have little subtle hints towards different maps within the canon and lore of Call of Duty Zombies. So this is once again just a little fun tease here at the initial map within Black Ops 3 Zombies. If you were to take a look back at the World at War and Black Ops 1 version of this, on this wall, this is actually located behind the initial mystery box location, right out of spawn. Once you go down the stairs, the mystery box is right there, and then you can round the corner. There's another window behind it, but it's on that wall behind the mystery box, alongside that window that's behind it. So if you want to check it out for yourselves in, say, World at War and Black Ops 1, there's nothing there, but it will be here within Black Ops 3 Zombies and SHI Numa. But that is going to conclude the 5 changes here within SHI Numa, maybe kind of 6 if you want to put it that way, because we kind of branched one off into 2 different locations. But regardless, that wraps up this episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Drop your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. Are you guys looking forward to having more perks than possible on SHI Numa, and possibly even that pack-a-punched weapon you cannot get in the original versions? Love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. And of course, if you guys did like the video, make sure you drop a like down below. Really does show that you guys are enjoying the video, and of course is greatly appreciated. You guys have been killing these episodes, so hopefully you guys do enjoy. And that said, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a beat here with any of the things we're doing for the 5 things that changed. And if you guys are interested in anything else regarding Zombies Chronicles, Modern Warfare Master, World War II, Infinite Warfare, all that good stuff, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a beat. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to get connected to me here outside of YouTube, but practically live on Twitter. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But as for anything else, that's it. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I'm Untitled Chapter. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.